Hi, I'm Shannon from houseimprovements.com, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to hang a curved shower bar, curtain bar. Okay, so the process is fairly similar whether it's straight or curved. This one happens to be curved, but so all these shower bars are going to have a little bit of adjustment in them for width of your room. Basically most tubs are 5 feet. I think these bars will do up to a 5.5 foot tub. So they do have some adjustment to them. They're pretty simple. Kind of the first thing that you need to determine is what you want for a height of this bar, right? So what I do, I find that most curtain, shower curtains that you buy, it might say it's 70 inches by 60 inches or whatever, right? 70 inches tall. I find that isn't always the exact length of what they are. So what I like to do is just take it right out of its package, kind of hold it up, get an idea on the front edge of the tub because you don't want it dragging on the floor. I like to have it usually around 4 to 8 inches off the floor. So I'll actually physically hold the curtain up, kind of see where it lays against the tub, and then allow, because your curtain's going to have those fancy hooks too, right? So you need to allow a little bit for those. If you have the hooks, just hold it up by the hook, and that will help you determine the center mark of your shower rod for height. So once you have that, then you can measure off the top of your tub to the mark that you had and put the same thing over on the other side. You can see I put tape. We've got a tiled wall, so I just put tape in the general area so I can do all my marking on the tape. So now we've got our height. Next thing you want to do is get your distance in. Now with the curved bars, with a straight bar, that's pretty basic, right? You know pretty much you want it over top the front edge of the tub. With the curved bar, if you put these out too far, sure, you get lots of room, nice room inside of here, but it may crowd your cabinets or whatever. In this case, we're going to have a toilet right here. So if you get that curvature out too far and the curtain's only half open or whatever, it's going to be hanging out kind of close to the toilet. So usually what I do is I set the bar on the edge of the tub and get a bit of a feel for, I like the bar to be outside of the tub, but just outside. And that gives me a bit of an idea then here how far in I want to be on the wall. So you're still going to get the benefit of the rounded curved shower bar or curtain bar to give you the extra room in the shower, but it's not going to be too obstructive outside of the shower. Okay, so in our case, in my case anyways, that was 3 3/4. Now something else, because this bathroom was a complete gut, I actually put framing in the wall in this general area so that I could screw these little brackets right into wood blocking behind the tile and the drywall and everything. You might not have that luxury, and most of these kits actually send some style of hollow wall anchor. Okay, so those will be in there. If not, you'll just need some wood screws the right size and length to reach back to whatever blocking you put in there. If you've got the chance to do the blocking, I would do it that way. It's going to be better in my opinion. Okay, so once you've determined your height of the rod, find your little brackets that have to go on there and determine your location of them and mark your holes like I did. Sorry, I'll show you over here, like I did here. So I marked one, I just simply held the bracket up, lined it up to my mark, and marked the other spot. Okay. With the curved bars, there's going to be kind of a right and a left to these little brackets because the inside of them has to be sloped a little bit to allow the bar to go in the way it needs to. And also there's a right and a left because, which one am I going to put this? I'm going to go this way. Sorry, no, I'm going to go this way. Because the bar, I'm just trying to get that in there. Because the bar is expandable, it simply just slides inside of each other. So the two halves of the bar are slightly different diameters. So these little pieces that go on the wall are obviously different sizes too. So you just need to make sure you got the right bracket for the proper end of the bar that it's going to. And then mount them on the wall the right direction. So, okay, so we need to get these all on the bar itself before you mount it in place. Actually, let's drill the holes first. Sorry, then it's all ready. I already drilled that side, as you noticed. I'm drilling through tile, so I'm using the appropriate bit to do that job. And I'll drill my 2 holes through the tile, and then that way I can insert the screw and screw it back into the wood blocking that I have in there. When you're drilling through tile, you want to have some water handy just to keep your bit cool. And I'm not using the hammer drill function of the drill, just simply the drilling function. That's one. So then I'll just remove this tape. Clean up the area a little bit. So you want to make sure that you're drilling that hole even a little bit oversized so that your screw easily goes through it, because you're not screwing into the tile, you're screwing into whatever's behind it. Or if you're using these expandable anchors, that hole's got to be big enough that that anchor will slip right through. In this case, my hole wouldn't have been for these. So. Okay, so we've got our bar here. This, I don't know if you can see what I'm struggling with here. This little piece right here just fits into that larger bar pipe there, and it's just really to kind of keep from scuffing this when you're sliding it in and out. But it's kind of a pain because it doesn't really stay there. Okay, so like I said, you've got to get your ends on the appropriate end, or the right size, I should say, and the right direction. Get all your pieces on. Maybe if I put this on here, it will be held on by that piece of plastic that I'm kind of fighting with down there. Okay, and in this package there's a couple little pins. So these pins, see if I can do this without it all falling apart. So basically these pins go through the end of the rod like that, and then they fit into there to kind of does a couple things. Keeps the rod from coming out of that, and also keeps the rod from being able to spin once it's on the wall. So again, same thing. Let's get this one in there. Slide that up to it. Okay, so now the tricky thing is balancing all this and getting my screw started without dropping the whole thing. So I'll hopefully get one screw started in each end. So it'll kind of hang up there. Again, an extra set of hands would definitely help you with this process. Come on. Try not to bang the wall on the other end, scratch anything. It's not quite sitting in there right. Cameraman's holding the other end up now, just so you don't think I'm magic. There we go. That little pin that I put in there just was in the wrong spot. And I'm not snugging those up with the drill. I'll tighten them up with the screwdriver so that I don't crack the tile or something silly. Come on, get in there. This one's really fighting me. There we go. I had it backwards, that's why. Okay, so I've just got them started in there. I'll start these other ones and then I'll tighten them with the screwdriver. So like I said, I just like to hand tighten them with the screwdriver so I can tell better how much pressure I'm putting on it. And I don't end up cracking the tile. These little caps, most times they're just a friction fit and they'll just snap into place there. Cover up that black plastic end. So, make sure this little doohickey's in there. Like that. Okay, so, I mean, fairly quick little project, but as you can see, an extra set of hands to help you along the way will definitely come in handy. So at this point, you're ready just to hang your curtain and use your shower. Well, thanks a lot. I hope this helped you. I know it seems like a pretty simple thing, but sometimes just watching it be installed really helps you understand the process of going through it. So if it did help you, we appreciate it if you click the thumbs up button there below. You can leave a comment if you're maybe working on this type of project, and if you have any questions about your project, you're better off to go to the forum and post your question up there where it's easier to answer and correspond with you back and forth. And like usual, we do appreciate you watching, and we appreciate if you'd follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and maybe check out our Patreon page as well. Thanks for now.